What is going on, everybody? I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic Tuesday night. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I welcome all questions and comments. A little bit fired up. I just got done talking with my buddies over at 4th and John, doing a little breakdown of, some of the options we have at 12. You guys know that was the topic at hand the other day. So we were talking about here at On the Road to Victory. Who are the Eagles looking at? Who should they be looking at? And that was filled with lots of talent. So if you guys have the chance, go ahead and take a gander at that video, and also go check out the 4th and John video. It was a fun time talking with Evan, Gale, and Prime, just breaking down some of these prospects. And I get it. Look, Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts, they're gone. This is very sad to me, to a lot of you. We had very high hopes. We're like, all right, look, we're at 6. You can't mess this up, right? How he can't mess? I mean, he could mess this up, but he's not going to mess. He's already gotten rid of it. So not going to mess it up down at 12. But I think the thing we all need to keep in mind is that this is a very talented draft. So we talked about that, stacked. So at 12, we talked about the possibilities of who could be there, who the Eagles could take. But what if, something we talked about the other day, something we talked about for weeks, with this whole trade scenario. Well, we already made a trade, but the draft hasn't even begun. We got a month to go. So could Howie be up to his Howie ways as always? And look, I'm not against it. So I think the question is, could the Eagles make another first round trade? Now, the reason I worded it this way is there are quite the possibilities here with just this statement. First round trade. What do I mean by that? Well, we could possibly move back up into the top 10, maybe jump in front of the Cowboys, maybe jump in front of the Giants, maybe do some magic here where, I get that kind of upsets a lot of people that not only did we move back, but we moved behind them. So maybe we're looking at something where we move up. Maybe there's someone that they didn't think would fall that far and they just have to move up and make it happen. Well, that could definitely be a possibility. Also, he could trade back, which would drive a lot of us insane. I think if there's a guy you really like, he's still there, you feel he's going to be there in a few picks, you can acquire more draft capital. I'm not necessarily against it because we talked about the name of the game here is acquiring more draft capital. So not against it, but you've already moved out of 6, so not so sure, what's going on. Oh, I don't know what this says, but I believe what it's meant to say is go Birds. And I'm with you 100% on that. I agree with you 100%. Go Birds. So first round trade, you're talking about maybe you move up, maybe you move back. You could definitely do either one. This draft is loaded offensively, defensively. There are corners, there are linebackers, and some of these guys I wouldn't feel so comfortable at 12 picking. So maybe you do move back and you get yourself a stud still and you acquire another second or third round pick, whatever it may be. But don't count that out. Don't count out the fact that Howie Roseman is always wheeling and dealing. So the other part of this could be, what if with a pick like 37, 5 picks into the second round, what if the Eagles want to use that pick to try to move back into the first round? What if there is somebody that they just have to have in the 20s and they're just, or maybe it's at 30, 31, 32, whatever, it doesn't matter. Somebody there that the Eagles possibly could be interested in. You've got extra draft capital now. You obviously have next year's pick, which is a second that could be a first from Carson, and then you have that first rounder from the Dolphins. So you got some draft capital. Maybe you get rid of some seconds, some thirds. You still have those firsts. So hey, just trying to find the positive here. And, maybe we get 2 studs in the first round this year, So let's not count it out that Howie Roseman could be looking, for some moves to be made. But yeah, this was the topic the other day, Marco. J.C. Horn. I'm all about it, baby. We've talked about getting an outside corner to pair with Darius Slay since last year when we got Darius Slay. So I knew it would be a problem with Devontae Maddox out there. I like him as a defensive back, as depth that can help at nickel corner and free safety, but not as an outside corner. So yes, you have to go get an outside corner. We talked about when we were at 6, maybe we get a receiver or a tight end at 6, and then maybe in the second round you try to get a Farley or maybe an Asante. I don't know who's at 37. Depends, but now we're at 12. So maybe we look at defense right away. Maybe at 12, I'm perfectly fine with J.C. Horn. I wouldn't be mad at Patrick Surtain. I like him too, but I think I would prefer J.C. Horn over him. But there's a lot of talent in this draft, and that's what I just got done talking about. I know we talked about it here at On the Road to Victory, but just an hour ago, I was talking at 4th and John. You guys definitely check it out. But we were talking about this, man. There's so much talent in this draft that, dude, you could definitely trade back still. You could move around in this first round, get more picks, and still walk away like, oh, all right. I mean, at 12, you could walk away with a Heisman Trophy winner. Devontae Smith could be there. I'm not saying he will be, but holy hell, this draft is loaded. I'm telling you. So with the amount of holes the Eagles have, I think we'll be perfectly fine if Howie just doesn't somehow bomb this and, draft a punter or, some guy that was, a third-round prospect. So we'll see. Yes, we can move up, but I believe he goes back. Possibly could get another pick. Yeah, exactly. You can always acquire more picks. So Howie, that's something he's always doing. I heard they might be doing something like that. Yeah, man, that's always something Howie's working on. And that's why we talked about this, that Howie was working on trading this pick already. And then it happened. I mean, that's something that he's always doing. He's always, and at this time, right now, it's not about the players. Right now, it's about the draft capital because we've become the trust the process Sixers where we are just getting picks. And I'm not saying I'm 100% okay with that, kicking the can down the road with the money, whatever. I mean, I'm not saying that that's what I wanted, but this is where we're at, baby. And I'm trying to ride the wave. And, I'm just hoping he drafts well because if that happens, then, you have 11 picks right now. I don't know if you trade Ertz, whatever it is. Just please, Howie, don't mess this up. And it's always a possibility that he could. So we'll see. We need at least a starter first round. Yeah, you have to get a starter in the first round at 12 still. It doesn't matter if you moved from 6 to 12. You still need to get a starter. You have 4 picks in the top 84. All of them should be starting for the Philadelphia Eagles come week 1. This team has so many holes that you should be able to fill those holes by drafting well. And having 4 picks in the top 84, I could pick 4 guys out of the top, 120 probably, that I'd be perfectly fine with. So I don't know how you could sit here and be like, oh, yeah, this is going to be a bad draft. I know how we can feel that way because we're like, oh, God, it's Howie. It's Howie, but I'm sure you got to be licking your chops looking at this draft. Andy Weidel, I'm hoping, has some say. I'm hoping they listen to Nick Sirianni, Shane Steichen, Jonathan Gannon. I'm hoping they listen to the coaches. I'm hoping Jeffrey Lurie shuts up. I'm hoping all these guys listen to the scouts, the people that have played football before. I'm hoping we get some change that we all desperately desire. That's what we need. Second and third pick going to be more important than the first. How are we going to be? Well, yeah, exactly. And that's what we've been talking about for weeks. I mean, everyone puts an emphasis on the first. And if you watch the 4th and John video just an hour ago, that's, like my starting line. That's what I'm saying. You can, we have to hit on this first pick. You have to, especially trading out of 12, 6 to 12. Everybody's, we're on your ass now. But you got to hit on those first 4, man. You have 4 picks in the top 3 rounds, top 84 picks. You got to hit on those, man. You just got a 4th round pick. You moved up 33 picks in that whole Dolphins trade. So now you have a 4th round pick. We didn't have one because of the Jannard Avery trade. Now we do. So you have a pick in every round. You have multiple picks in the 3rd round, the 5th round, 6th round. It's like, yeah. Howie just needs to hit on them. And we know that. You can't I can't say you're Captain Obvious. Obviously he has to hit on it. But it's like, look, if he can somehow find a way to be good and draft well, this team isn't so far off. The next couple of years, we're going to have some growing pains. They're going to be, a lot of young players. We have a young coaching staff. So sure, it's not going to be, we're Super Bowl bound. That's not where I'm at and where you should be. We're rebuilding, but not necessarily too much of a rebuild where I think it's more of a retool, as I've said. I think there's a lot of the great veterans came back and restructured, helped this team out, want to be here, help this new regime come in and help these young men. And that's exciting. And it makes me feel that it's not so much a dumpster fire as everyone else makes it out to be. If some of the players we love, someone like Jason Kelsey, who, they told us he was retiring, well, he's back. So that gets me excited. I just want to see the Birds win. You guys just want to see the Birds win. So hopefully they can get the right young talent that wants to play in Philadelphia, that has the cojones to play in Philadelphia. If they don't win their job, doesn't think like, man, I better get traded ASAP because I am not about competing. We don't need another Carson Wentz here. We need guys that will compete, that want to fight. They lose their job because they suck. Well, then they go get better. Not what other team could I play for because I suck and I won't win here. If you can't beat out the 2nd round pick, that's not good. We don't want guys that don't want to compete, especially when you spend that much money, that much draft capital, and their first thought is to quit when they're having the worst season out of any quarterback in the league. I don't know, man. We got to find people that can play in Philly. Philly tough, man. And people, look, I'm one of those people that hates people that attack players, like you're tagging players, going out to play. That's stupid as hell. You shouldn't be doing that. But also, the same token, like if you don't have the balls to be able to like take what Philly is and has been, before social media, all this insanity, like, look, it's a tough place to play, man, and you're going to find out. It's just tough. I wish we wouldn't spend all that money before, you realize that. Whatever, dude, whatever. But it's like you gave money, then you drafted Jalen. It's perturbing to me. So obviously we all know that the elephant in the room is Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman still sits here after what he's done. So he needs to hit on these picks in the first, second, and third round. He has to hit on those 4 picks. He has to. And if he doesn't, well, we'll all be coming for him. So I don't know, man. I would expect that he's still wheeling and dealing, guys. I really think that he could trade up from that pick 37. You could move a couple other, maybe this year's drafts, maybe next year's picks, move up this year back in the first round, get 2 first-round picks. Maybe we move around, move back in the first, from that 12 to 15 to 17 to 20. I don't know. Maybe you move up. Like I said, there's so many possibilities with Howie Roseman at the helm. I'm just glad it already happened. You know what I mean? Because we talked about it. And it's like, oh, no, he really was trading that 6. And we're at 12. But let's get excited about the fact that, hey, he is the trade master. He is the cat master. Those are the things he is good at. So maybe he's going to find a way to get us a really good player and more picks. And maybe we'll all be really happy this time next year. I'm just trying to be positive as much as I can because, trust me, when I got that news, I'm like, you mother... I was so excited about the possibility of Ja'Marr Chase or Kyle Pitts in this off. But think about it, guys. Devontae Smith won the Heisman Trophy because he's pretty effing good. And I'm not sure he wins that Heisman if Jalen Waddle's playing. So if one of those guys is available, you could still get a stud there. You talk about J.C. Horn. You talk about how many good linebackers, Jeremiah, Owosu, Kamara, whatever the hell, JOK, and Micah Parsons, and all the damn good players out there. There's a lot. So Howie, just don't mess this up. It's that simple. You traded. Okay. All right. You didn't think Ja'Marr Chase would be there. Whatever. That's fine. Let's just not mess up the pick at 12 or 37 or any of the others. Thanks. That'd be great. But that's pretty much all I got for tonight, guys. Yep. That's what I was just saying. Jalen Waddle. Yep. Hopefully he'll still be there. That'd be great. But hopefully you guys are having yourselves a good week so far. If you need anything, reach out to me, whether it's about football, anything. Always here for you guys. Appreciate talking to you guys about anything in life. But dude, just try to find some peace. It's been pure chaos in the timeline. I see it everywhere, but it's like, look, I was pissed too, but it's gone. We're not at 6 anymore. We're at 12. Let's just hope we still get a really good player, right? And I was joking with my buddy Gail. I'm like, look, dude, if we were at 12, I'd be talking about like, how can we move up to 6? You know what I mean? So I get it. I'm pissed. I get it. But it is what it is now. And at 12, we're still hopefully going to get a stud. Or maybe we trade. I don't know, man. So strap in. It's going to be a wild draft, man. We got a month coming up here, dude. So I'm excited. Lots of talent. Let's just hope. For me, it's J.C. Horn right now. But we'll see. We'll see who's available. We'll see what's going down. We'll see. Hopefully the Cowboys pass on him. But maybe we move up. I don't know. I really don't know. So hopefully you guys, if you have any questions, though, I think we'll trade up to Denver. Yeah, we're talking about that. Move up to 9, jump in front of the Cowboys. Grab a Surtain before Dallas does. Yeah, maybe they look at Patrick Surtain's kid. Maybe they look at J.C. Horn. I'm not sure which one it would be, but I'd love to have an outside corner. And as I said earlier in the video, I'd be fine with either of them. My preference is J.C. Horn, but I'd be fine with either. Same when it comes down to Jalen Waddle and Devontae Smith. I think they could be available. I'd be perfectly fine with either. I prefer Devontae Smith, but Jalen Waddle, oh my God. He's really good. And, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you see all the stuff I've been posting about him for a few months. He's good. Yeah, he was hurt last year, so people just didn't really know who he was. So the highlights came out. But I'm telling you, he's really effing good. Obviously, you know that, but I'm just saying. So, yeah, we can move in front of Dallas. We can move in front of the Giants. There's a lot of possibilities here. But, yeah, J.C. Horn. That, to me, he fits Philly, that toughness, the way he plays, be an outside corner that could eventually take over for Slay, hopefully get another one in the future, but he could learn from Darius Slay. That'd be a great 1-2 punch. Yeah, I better get my dog here. But, look, that's pretty much all I had for tonight. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I had a very long day trying to still get everything done for this woman of mine and her shop. It's pretty much done, but I had to put together this damn desk and all kinds of stuff today. It was quite a day, but I wanted to hop on. It was halftime at the Sixers too. I'm like, I'm missing the Sixers. I had to come back for 4th of July. It's been quite the day, but I always appreciate this time with you guys. So thank you very much to everyone that tuned in. I appreciate all the likes, the subscribing, the retweeting, all the stuff. It all helps me, and I truly appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Hope you're all staying safe. Have a great night. And as always, go on!